This is a bit of a part 2 to my last Jaydes video, where we went over the alleged crimes and the initial response online. So we're just going to be looking at the Broward Sheriff's Office inmate search. Here we can see the description of the inmate, the arrest date and the location and the agency. We can also see his date of birth is the 2nd month of the 24th, 2006. His height is 5'10", weight is 120, hair is black. And his race is actually a point of contention among YouTubers for some reason. He's actually half white and half black, and a lot of people kind of take issue with the fact that his race says white. But me personally, I think that description is perfectly accurate. If him being black is an accurate description, then him being white should be as well, considering he is both. In my last video, I think I failed to give a detailed description of what happened, so here's one now. According to the affidavit, the woman told police, this is the victim, that Jaydes, whose legal name is Jaydes, sent her a text message in the afternoon on November 2nd, inviting her to his apartment in Tamarack. As we know, she agreed, and he sent an Uber to pick her up. According to the statement, upon her arrival, she says she was talking to Jaydes on his bed when he made a move to kiss her. She says she pushed him off and told him she didn't like him that way. Jaydes allegedly replied, "Come on," and re-engaged in a second kiss. The woman says she denied him again. So Demont left the room. She stated a few minutes later he returned with a box cutter and scissors, a pink one to be exact, and he began to stab her. Seen in the previous video with the pictures, she said he stabbed her forearm and her back with the scissors, then stabbed her neck with the pink box cutter. She claimed she fought him and was able to run to the bathroom, where she called 911 for help. By the time officers arrived, she says Dumont was no longer in the apartment. As is so well documented, for a while Dumont was on the run. A residential search warrant was authored for Dumont's apartment and signed by the Honorable Judge Rothschild. The pink box cutter and scissors she described were collected from the scene. In addition, there was blood in the bathroom where she called 911. According to the arrest report, when Jaydes was finally found, he was nonverbal and was not moving. The officer approached the defendant, at which point he was able to detain the defendant, pending his investigation, without further incident. After Jaydes presented his name and date of birth, a teletype check revealed that Jayden Dumont had an active warrant for attempted homicide. The warrant was confirmed by BSO teletype operator Trumpness CCN 19986. Now, this is all the information we have so far regarding this case. There's no date for a trial or any type of bond. In his state, the death penalty can still be sanctioned for murder. However, I doubt he'll be charged with this, because he has actually been forced to undergo a psychiatric evaluation, which could mean an insanity plea, which I think is very fair in this sense, because to go off the deep end like this over something like that, I think that's clear evidence of a psychiatric break. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure one of these police reports mentioned that there was someone in the area where Jaydes was arrested having a psychiatric episode. There are a lot of people comparing this situation to X and his situation with his girl, which personally I think is not the same thing. Domestic violence and attempted murder are two different situations. However, X did attempt to kill his manager. There was actually an investigation for that. However, the charges were dropped against X. If I'm not mistaken, there is also a police interview with that, which I will link below if I can find. In my assessment of the situation, due to all these caveats, including Jaydes' mental health and psychiatric state, I highly doubt that he will spend any reasonable amount of time behind bars. He has been dropped by his label for this, so it's highly likely that his music career will not be anything of note in the future. However, there are many fans saying that they will still be listening to Jaydes even more now. I just bring this up because when this was first coming out, I saw a lot of YouTubers just saying he ruined his career and focusing on that aspect. Personally, I think the more important thing is the fact that this is an 18-year-old kid that messed up his life, let alone his career.